What's going on, everybody? Today we have a very interesting video in Madden 24. Today we are making teams. So basically, hold on, let me tell you my inspiration. On TikTok, one of the favorite things for me to do and other creators is to make football teams based with random teams. So you got a random team and you have to get a position from that team. Today we are going to be doing that. The positions are on your screen. Alright, so this whole process took a lot longer than I thought it would. So we're just going to go ahead and talk it through in voiceover. So starting off, our first spin did land us with the Ravens. This one was hard because of their really good defense, but you can't pass up their second best quarterback in the league, reigning MVP, Lamar Jackson. Next up was a really hard choice as well, where we land on the 49ers, a team in the same boat where they have a bunch of good offensive players and a really good defensive gallery. But we did end up taking the best running back in the league, in the game, Christian McCaffrey, who is disgusting. Our next pick would have been a lot harder next year, but we ended up taking Travis Kelce off of the Chiefs, a 99 in the game, making our offense truly threatening. My next pick did happen to get me running into a mistake. We respin and got the Giants. And I forgot they had Brian Burns. I know they had Okereke or whatever his name is, but that wasn't good enough for me to take their linebackers. Brian Burns would have made me take them, but instead we took the D-line with Dexter Lawrence. It wasn't that horrible of a choice, but I mean, having one really good player on your D-line doesn't make it the right decision. Next up, we spun for the Bengals, giving us a plethora of options, especially on the receiver room, really between T. Higgins and Ja'Marr Chase. I ended up taking Ja'Marr Chase, being one of the best receivers in the league. That is going to give Lamar probably his best weapon ever as a receiver. Next up, we got crazy luck and we spun back on the Bengals. And you know how I had a really hard choice before between two players? Well, now it's one player, and that one player is T. Higgins, who we added. And lucky enough, like it was scripted, next up we land on the Titans. And you know who the Titans just acquired? Tyler Boyd, former wide receiver 3 for the Chiefs. While these two are also on the team, you know how we like family reuniting videos? That's exactly what we did. And just welcome back to the family, Tyler. After an overwhelming amount of offensive firepower, I decided to switch it up where we got the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers do have some good offensive pieces, but we have pretty much covered everything that they had. So we just took their best defensive player, which to me is by far Antoine Winfield Jr. No questions asked, and he comes with another really good safety. Next up was the Cleveland Browns, and the Browns have a lot of really good things, such as their running backs, which we already have covered, D-line, which we already have covered, corners, which I kind of wanted to save because we can get a lot of them, or something that's really good from theirs, which is their offensive line. It is stacked with incredible players, so we just took that, and it's going to help us a lot. Following that, we got the Buffalo Bills, whose defense was just torn to shreds after free agency, so I didn't really know what to do, so I just ended up taking their third corner, which I wasn't even sure who it was. And then right after that, another very disappointing thing happened. We landed on the Bills again. So you know what I did? Instead of really taking a strong look at their roster and checking out their ratings in Madden, I decided to just take their second corner. And I didn't realize their corners are actually kind of nasty. So I did kind of slip up a little bit, but it turned out to be a good pick. As you can see, we then got the Detroit Lions, only needing a few positions left. I didn't really love their corner options, and I did see Alex Anzalone, so I just took their linebackers and hoped for the best. That left us to one position, our leading corner, and as you just saw, we got the Falcons' leading corner, AJ Terrell, a superstar who is going to help this defense do wonders. So this is the final look at team number 1 before you see it in Madden. We have some really big highs like Christian McCaffrey, Lamar Jackson, Antoine Winfield, and then we have our lows with Benford. That's really all. Just our corner. Some of our corners aren't great. Our linebackers aren't great. The D-line has one good member, and that's it. So let's go see if we can build a team that can beat them. So let's see what I pull out. After we shuffled up all the teams so they're not in the same order, we landed back on the Tennessee Titans, a team that we saw last with the last team. One of our rules is that you cannot repeat takers, so we can't take Tyler Boyd because, well, there's only one Tyler Boyd in the game, and I don't want to recreate literally everything about him. So I took the next best thing, a better receiver, being Calvin Ridley, their wide receiver 2. Next up, we landed on the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams did have a bunch of good options for us to take, and the one that we ended up doing was going to be their new corner from the Bills. I mean, there's really nowhere to go wrong with him. He's really good, an X Factor, a little bit old, but you know, Trey White is Trey White, and they do have a bunch of other good positions, but that's just what we went with. Next up, we landed on the New Orleans Saints. The Saints have a lot of really good players. A lot of them are a lot older, but one that really stood out to me is going to be their linebacker core, headed by Demario Davis. I think it's really good. It's really solid. I did also forget that Chris Jones was on that D-line to add with Cam Jordan, but overall, they do look really nice. Next up, we got the Las Vegas Raiders, equipped with Davante Adams, who we didn't take. We're passing up on great wide receiver ones. D-Hop, Cooper Kupp, Chris Olave, now Davante, because they have something which they made incredible over the offseason. Their defensive line, equipped with both Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby, they are disgusting. As you see right here, our next pick was the Jacksonville Jaguars. This pick was a lot harder than it should have been. They have Evan Ingram, that great offensive line. I don't really love their defense, but I ended up going with their running back duo of Travis Etienne and Tank Bigsby. I really like that. I really like Travis Etienne and think he's underrated, so I took him. Next up, we got the Cleveland Browns. Now, this one was a kind of really hard pick because we didn't have running back for Nick Chubb, D-line for Myles Garrett, O-line because we used them before. So I chose to do something that I think was rather underrated with them. I did David Njoku and their tight ends. I really like that pick, and I'm proud of it, man. And hopefully David Njoku can do well in this game. Next up, we once again got the Los Angeles Rams. This brought up a big question with me, and I took somebody who I thought was super underrated. I took Tutu Atwell, wide receiver 3. Tutu is super underrated, and nobody really appreciates him, but I think that he contributes to one of the best wide receiver rooms in the league. This is the stage where it starts to get super tough, where we got the Denver Broncos, who had a horrible safety after Justin Simmons left. Their own line isn't that good. Their corners aren't great. No more Wilson. So that left us with wide receiver 1, Courtland Sutton, who I think is actually really good. He's not great in Madden, but he's good everywhere else. And then also, that gave us 76, I believe, or something really high-rated, Marvin Mims, who was their wide receiver. So the way I did wide receivers is I just did the next one down. So wide receiver 1, I take wide receiver 4. And because they have so much depth, we had a good wide receiver 4 now. Our next pick was from the New York Giants, which means we either took Daniel Jones, no. O-line, no. Strong safety, no, they just got rid of theirs. Or corners. So I just did a throw-out option, and I choose their corner 3. It wasn't very good, but it was something. And it's just a whole filler for our team, and just a skip, basically. Our next spin landed us with the Washington Commanders. Now, their safeties are not good. Their O-line was so bad last year that I really don't believe that one season can improve it that much. And I didn't really feel comfortable having a rookie quarterback helm this unit. So we ended up going with their corner 2, Emmanuel Forbes. I didn't think that Emmanuel Forbes was a 2, but apparently he is. So that's what we're rocking with. Next up, we got the Eagles, which here we couldn't take much of their strong suits because their O-line and strong safety aren't incredible. So we just easily ended up taking Jalen Hurts. Here we got the Seahawks. And one of my favorite things about the Seahawks is their safeties. They normally have depth, and it's really good. So that's what we ended up taking. I'm going to do the rest of this in one shot, too. And then finally, we need our O-line. And our O-line landed on the Indianapolis Colts. I really like the Colts O-line, and it worked out really well for us. Let's take a look at our teams in Madden because they are nasty. I mean, just look at this final roster for one last second before we go over. It is disgusting, and it could maybe beat this other one. Alright, so we have put the rosters into Madden. Weird enough, it's multiple days later. I haven't gotten to it. Let's look at Team 1's final roster. Starting off with the offense, we have a 98 Lamar Jackson, 99 McCaffrey, 79 Mitchell, with Kyle Juszczyk, who is placed with the team. Ja'Marr Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd back, and we also have a bunch of Bengals receivers backing them up too. I tried to get all the backups too, because I do have injury on. Our O-line is disgusting. The Browns are just their O-line is so good. Travis Kelce is a 99. Irv Smith Jr. is not horrible. He could do something. Over on the defense, this D-line is it's horrible. I should have taken the linebacker core. I didn't realize that I forgot that they got Brian Burns. So this was a mistake, but maybe Dexter Lawrence can do something. Linebackers aren't horrible. I like Jack Campbell, but because he's only a 76 overall, he's not going to be that great. Our safeties are honestly really good, and then our corners are pretty nasty. Rasul Douglas was the 2, and Christian Benford was the 3. Let's take a look at our second team. Team's 2 roster, represented by the Pittsburgh Steelers, is honestly kind of noticeably worse on the offense. Jalen Hurts is still good, though. Kenny Pickett comes back to the Steelers. I really do like Travis Etienne, Courtland Sutton, Calvin Ridley, Marvin Mims. Tutu Atwell is a disgusting wide receiver core, but it's not as good as the others. Otherwise, our tight end is great. O-line is really good. The Colts have a great O-line, so I didn't realize how good it was. Defensively, we do have some extra X factors from them, including this disgusting D-line consisting of Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins. Then Kuntz is also there. Corners are great with Trey White, Emmanuel Forbes, and Fly. It doesn't have incredible depth. Linebackers are nasty, including a 92 X Factor Demario Davis. I really do like the safeties here. I think they're pretty good. But we'll see if they can pull away the dub. So let's get straight into it. What does the head-to-head look like? These teams are both 87 overalls, meaning that they are kind of even. Our top 3 on the left on Team 1 are all the same, are all on the same side of the ball. Christian McCaffrey, Travis Kelce, and Lamar Jackson. Oh my gosh, the top 3 on Team 2 are all on the defense, being Max Crosby, Demario Davis, and Tre'Davious White. That is really interesting. And we'll see if we get some matchups between like Demario Davis and Travis Kelce, maybe him and Christian McCaffrey. Max Crosby might be chasing Lamar around. It should be a ball to watch. But how will it throw down? Let's hop straight in and find out. All right, the opening kickoff is here. We just kept special teams the way they were and head coaches the way they were because I forgot to do it. The return man, I'm not even sure who it is, and they're going to get stopped on the 17-yard line. The first snap of the game goes to Jalen Hurts. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he is going to juke out Travis Etienne Jr. I need to know what these teams are. I just forgot them. 3rd and 1. Are they able to convert on their first drive? We'll see right now. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Etienne. He's gotten everything so far, and he'll break out for extra yards. 3 for 20. He's having a great game, taking every single snap. 2nd and 8, still have not seen a pass out of Hurts. And it'll be our first one today. Throws, and it's caught. Breaking a tackle is 14, Courtland Sutton. On 3rd and 7. Can they convert? It probably is not a run. They've been too reliant on Etienne. As he'll roll out. Hurts, pressured, sacked. Alex Anzalone on the blitz. Oh, they're going to have to punt. 3rd and 7 approaches after we have 2 not great run plays. We'll see if Jackson can convert. He throws one. Caught. Contested catch over the sideline by Ja'Marr Chase. Heavily contested, but he came down with it. Emmanuel Forbes could not get that ball out. 1st and 10 after the incredible Ja'Marr Chase catch. That's one of the perks of having ability players on your team, as it'll be a throw from Jackson, thrown out to Kelce. Kelce will stiff arm someone fighting, and he'll get the first down as the first quarter will end. At the end of the first quarter, it is clear that Team 1 is the superior team so far. Team 1 is better at passing, but Team 2 is better at the run game. 1st and 10, first play of the second quarter. We'll see what will happen. It'll be a throw over the middle, caught by Tyler Boyd. A new 1st and 10 after the reset sticks will lead to a run play by McCaffrey. Hasn't been very productive today, but he'll spin out of a tackle and to get 5 yards. 2nd and 5. They've been passing, and when they pass, it's been productive, but when they don't, it's normally stopped. It'll be another pass. Jackson rolls out, and it's intercepted. A jumping interception and a kneel down by Tre'Davious White. He jumped high right to get Lamar's ball. What an incredible interception. It was a great throw by Jackson, but Tre'Davious White just played it too perfectly, and it couldn't get into the hands of, I believe that was T. Higgins. 3rd and 11 after a bad run and then a failed slip screen. They've been relying on ETN for everything this drive. It'll be another slip screen. Can he get out? No, he won't. He'll get 2 yards, but they're just not producing without ETN, and when they throw to ETN, they know where it's going. 2nd and 10 for Team 1. It's an overthrown pass by Lamar. He needs to get it together. Him and Jalen Hurts are comparable as McCaffrey gets popped after catching it, but he got 7. 3rd and 3, looking like a run play. We don't know. They have a lit up Tre'Davious White over there, but they'll still run it. McCaffrey runs straight into the crowd instead of around it, and it'll bring up a 4th and 3 and a punt from Team 1. 1st and 10 for Team 2. Clock is going against them as this is going to likely be the last play before a 2-minute warning. It is caught by Calvin Ridley, who gets slung around, but he'll almost get the first. 2nd and 1. Can they convert? Clock is against them. It'll likely be a pass. It is thrown, and it is a horrible throw with a flag. The flag will go against them as it is offensive holding. Everything went against them that play, bring it to a 2nd and 11. 3rd and 11, this drive is not looking great. Likely a run here just to help burn clock, but we'll see. Motion tight end, I believe, as it'll be a run play over to ETN. ETN jumps over somebody, but gets met by an angry defender, forcing a 4th and 5 punt. The punt being up, and it'll be received by McCaffrey. McCaffrey will make a move and get pulled down around the 42-yard line. Team 1, who has not had very good production today, will go and enter the field once again. The throw by Jackson will be a slip screen to McCaffrey. Time is against them as McCaffrey doesn't go behind his blocker. They go no huddle. 3rd and 5 with a little over a minute left. Do you run it here? Do you pass it here? What do you do? It'll be a pass. They want the score as 80 is wide open along the sideline. Get dragged down inbounds. They're going to either have to take a timeout or go no huddle. They choose no huddle. 1st and 10. No huddle. Over the middle. Caught by number 80. I believe that's Irv Smith. He's gotten 2 straight catches as they will not take a timeout appearingly. It'll go no huddle again, conserving their 2 timeouts that they have left. 1st and 10. You got to watch Irv Smith there as Travis Kelce will go over the middle. They'll take their timeout. 23 seconds left. 1st and goal after the positive strand of events. McCaffrey will be motioned out. It is a passing play as Jackson will throw deep into the end zone, caught with a toe tap catch by T. Higgins. Back of the end zone. Tough catch, but wide open. Set his feet and found the man. Feet barely staying in bounds, but in bounds in general. The kick by Jake Moody is snapped up and good. 1st and 10 for team number 2 as they have 16 seconds before half. They'll run the ball out, starting with a 5-yard run and a timeout. I don't know what's going on here. 3rd and 3. They keep taking their timeouts after short plays. An ETN check down is what you missed. It'll be thrown over the middle and broken up Calvin Ridley was the intended target, but the ball just was low and it couldn't get into his hands. Final play of this game will be a jet pass. I'll see you guys after halftime. Courtland Sutton caught it. At halftime, the stats look pretty similar, but Team 1 has been dominating. Kickoff to the second half will be up. Team 1 receiving after getting their touchdown. We'll see if they can do anything with this drive, as that's not Christian McCaffrey receiving like it was before. I'm not really sure who it was. 1st and 10, the first play after halftime. We'll see what Team 1 is able to manage to do. Lamar Jackson steps back, pressured, but gets it over the middle to Travis Kelce, who will get 6 yards. 2nd and 4. We'll see what Team 1 is able to do here. It'll be a pass by Lamar. Once again, pressured, thrown over the middle, intercepted by McLeod. I'm not even sure what he's from. Emmanuel Forbes did something there, I guess. Jackson being pressured on the last 2 passes. Just throws it out. First time over the middle to Travis Kelce, receives it. Second time is over the middle to McLeod on Team 2, resulting in a turnover to start the half. 1st and 10, Lamar Jackson has 2 interceptions, leading this game to not be as bad. This team just can't get it done due to their reliance on Travis Etienne as they throw it out to number 80. That's going to be, please show me who that is. 1st and 10. It'll be a pass from Hurts. It'll go over the middle to 80 once again. I'm not sure who he is, but he's getting targets and he's getting yards. David Njoku, he's been electric this drive. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. What will they be able to do? It'll be a fullback dive. Akins not able to score, but it'll put them on the 1. Do they do it again? 2nd and goal now on the 1-yard line. It'll be a toss over to Etienne. Etienne jukes and walks into the end zone. Their reliance on him hasn't been for nothing, as he is in, tying up the game. The kick by Chris Boswell is up and good. 2nd and 6 after the McCaffrey run. Lamar having a turnover problem right now. Can he fix it as he goes back for the pass? Scrambles up. Can he get the first? He will, and he'll get more. Duking around, sliding for 25 yards. He was able to get around the defender, and it was green after that until he got to the secondary. 1st and 10 for team number 1. Lamar Jackson in this run game has been successful the second half as McCaffrey goes in straight through the middle for 7. 3rd and 2. Can they convert is the question. It'll be a play action pass over deep. T. Higgins, can he get his 2nd of the day? No, but he'll help them move the chains to the 12-yard line, almost 1st and goal. 3rd and 9. We know that Lamar Jackson has trouble in the red zone, but will it translate into this game? Major audibles. He's concocting something big. Let's see what it is. Let's see if it's a scoring big as he'll drop back, scramble out to the right. He'll take it, and he'll go. Can he juke? Oh, he jukes himself into the end zone for 6 points. Lamar Jackson, when he scrambles, magic happens in this game. That is 6. Juked right through the defender, putting him on the ground, getting tackled into the end zone, and a great play. Moody's PAT to make it a 7-point lead, up and good. 1st and 10. Can they keep their fire that they had last time they were on offense? It'll be a play action pass. Hurts pressured by Rodriguez and put to the ground, back 10 extra yards. Their passing game has not been it. After 3, it turns out that Team 1 has taken the advantage in pretty much every way. 2nd and 10, first play of the 4th quarter. We'll see if they can convert, as it'll be a major play action thrown by Hurts. And there is a flag. Number 80 was the receiver, as it'll be another holding call on the offense. Nothing seems to go right for them, as it'll go to 2nd and 28. 2nd and 28. Hurts pushed up against the end zone. We'll see what they can do as he throws it up high. Ball caught 87 breaks a tackle, running down the field to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Score. The speed demon, number 87, Marvin Mims Jr. The rookie who just came in the package with Courtland Sutton because, well, just because. The PAT will be good, up and good. 2nd and 8 for Team 1. They tried to get creative, but only got them 2 yards. We'll see what the next step is for them. It'll be a Lamar Jackson pass over to the sideline. That would be Jamar Chase for many yards. I don't know how many. 3rd and 3 after 2 little short plays. It'll be over the middle and caught. And contested catch, but still a catch for Tyler Boyd. This trio has been burning. 1st and 10 for team number 1. It'll be a handoff to McCaffrey at the edge. McCaffrey gets the first. Great blocks as he'll take the tackle out of bounds instead of cutting upfield. It was a great block. 3rd and 8. There needs to be some pressure here by Team 2 because whenever they pressure, Lamar is really worried. It'll be a pass from Lamar. They need 8 yards here. They'll get it. Oh, Boyd will go backwards after catching the ball and make it 4th and inches. Do they go for it? They will take the field goal. Jake Moody kicking from the 36. It'll be a tough one. I don't know how long it is, but it is up, and it is good. They had distance on it. 1st and 10 for Team 2 as they take the field down 3. 3 minutes left. Lots of threes. It'll be a pass by Jalen Hurts up the middle to Travis Etienne, who breaks a tackle and will get the first down. 1st and 10 for Team 2 after the Etienne struggle for it. It'll be another pass by Hurts. They try and get the pass game up. Thrown and caught over the edge by Marvin Mims. Wasn't even supposed to be on this team. He's one of the backups, but he still is able to produce. 1st and 10 for team number 2 once again. What can they do now? They've done passing a lot. They'll go back to it. This will be a throw deep over the middle to number 14. That'll be Courtland Sutton. This Broncos duo is helping them a lot. 1st and 10 for Team 2. First play after the 2-minute warning. It'll be a short pass over to number 80. I'm forgetting who that is. No. David Njoku for 5. 2nd and 5. Pushing up against clock. Likely trying to burn it. It is going to be another pass. They're on a streak with passing right now as it'll be caught and a tackle right away. Courtland Sutton. 1st and 10. A minute and 20 seconds left. Will Team 2 be able to retaliate to whatever will Team 1 be able to retaliate to whatever happens here as Courtland Sutton will get it over the middle for 6 yards. 2nd and 4 for Team 2. Under a minute remaining. It'll be a throw from Hurts over and caught by number 87. He'll take their first time out, but he doesn't turn the corner and they don't get the touchdown. 1st and goal. They haven't ran it for a while, but this would be the time because their run game was the keeper for the first half. It'll be a pass picked off. What are you doing? Why don't you run it? You're on the 1-yard line. Etienne has been incredible for you this game. And they throw it, a high ball picked off by Derek Barnes. What is the thought process here? You could have just ran the ball, but you don't. And here comes victory formation for team number 1. This right here will be the last play of the game on 3rd and 7. Team number 1 will take the victory 17-14. Let's go and look at stats. Over to the stats. The yards leader was Jalen Hurts, 17 for 20, 238 yards, 1 touchdown to 1 interception. Lamar Jackson had a very different game. 15 for 21, 164 yards, 1 touchdown to 2 interceptions. That was almost their downfall. Over to their rushing game. The leading rusher was Christian McCaffrey, 10 for 45. Travis Etienne falling with 9 for 34 and a touchdown. Lamar Jackson with 4 for 34 and a touchdown. That's his redeeming quality for this game, his rushing touchdown. Yards, Marvin Mims Jr., 3 for 116 and 1 touchdown. Courtland Sutton, 5 for 64. The Broncos duo was disgusting. Travis Kelce, 3 for 37. David Njoku, 3 for 34. 3 for 31 for Tyler Boyd. 2 for 30 and touchdown for T. Higgins. Over to defense, total tackles. Rayshawn Jenkins with 7. Tre'Davious White with 6. Jack Campbell with 6. Jamar Davis with 5. Rasul Douglas with 4. Christian Benford with 4. Julian Love with 4. Elandon Roberts with 4. Christian Eisen with 4. And Dexter Lawrence II with 4. PFLs, we had 3 this game. 1 from Malcolm Rodriguez, 1 from Alex Anzalone, and 1 from Dexter Lawrence II. We had 2 sacks, 1 from Malcolm Rodriguez and 1 for Alex Anzalone. Our 3 interceptions from the game were from Derek Barnes, Nick McLeod, and Tre'Davious White. Pass deflections, we only had 2. One from Christian Benford, one from AJ Terrell Jr. No forced fumbles, no block kicks, no safeties, and no touchdowns. Kicking, obviously we shouldn't do kicking because, I kind of forgot to add special teams to the wheel. So that's going to do it for the video, everybody. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. I thought it was pretty cool. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and goodbye.